first lesson, fly casting. Hold the rod. I'm gonna come along this way. The way fly casting works, you're not actually casting the fly, you're casting the line. This is your weight. So rather than conventional with the lure, where the lure is the weight that's going to take it off, that won't happen. The light is just way too light. So you have to throw the line.
I was wondering why you didn't tie a fly on. I get it. Okay.
So to throw the line, you go like this, really not going to go anywhere. So unless your line is tight, you see how it's tight and straight back? Now you can get it to go out. But you need tension. So the way to get tension is to keep the line straight. And you see how it's all looped this way? So if I go to make a cast now, it's just a mess. So you got to get that line to be straight like that. Pull the slack out, shoot it back, and shoot it forward. So unlike conventional, where it's only your rod that is creating the power, so on a conventional rod, if you wanted to cast, you're gonna use a lot of power. Exact opposite with the fly rod. You don't use, the power isn't coming from you to cast this. Like in a conventional, the rod is creating the power. So you let the rod load, and it's very minimal effort. Very minimal effort, the least amount of force you could use, and the least amount of movement. Okay, so you see how the line slipped when you were pulling back?
Yeah, you gotta hold it tight.
Gotta hold it tight.
That's right.
And hold it up here.
Okay. Bring some of that in.
Okay. Also, think of your finger as your
it's like
bail.
a guide?
Yep,
Okay.
it's your bail on your reel. There you go.
Enough line?
That's enough. Yep. Okay.
Just leaving it out, right?
So I'm glad you got that over and done with.
Made a mess out of that.
Yes, sir. So, what you were doing was coming back and way too much power. Here, way too much movement, way too much power.
Just had to relax, that's all I had to do.
Relaxing helps.
Now it's going.
Now it's going very good. So you're still moving a little too much, but much better. So remember to stop it. No, keep doing it. I'm going to stop you. There. There. You see where you're stopping it?
Yep.
Okay. Keep doing it. I wanted that to become muscle memory. Okay. Do it by yourself now. Excellent. Now I'm going to stop you on the back. Keep doing what you're doing. Okay, now you're on your own. Excellent. Keep going on your own now. Okay, and you need a break now.
Wow, big difference.
Big
Good
difference.
job, yeah? Oh yeah.
So I want you to take a break so this way you don't get fatigued and everything like that. And we'll go over more conceptual.
Yep.
So the key point is less movement. Look how very little I'm moving that rod. And we got a pretty stiff wind, right? So the stiff wind is coming from our rear. So we have to counteract that, right? So how do we counteract it? A lot of people say, put more power into it. That's really not going to help you out. So it's all about using the wind to your advantage. This is more of an advance. I'm just trying to give you more stuff just so that you can get your muscles a little relaxed and while you're taking a break and you're still learning stuff. So you don't want to muscle stuff, because if you see it here, look, I'm going to muscle it, watch that line.
Yeah.
And it didn't even go back, it just got taken out. It's tight loops. And the way to get tight loops is straight rod movement. Any kind of deviation is going to throw a loop in it. So this is kind of like what you were doing. So you had very good on the forward, which is good. That's what you want. The forward cast is the biggest thing you need to get on first, then the back cast. So you were very good on the forward. You had a nice tight loop, very like that. But on the rear, you were starting to throw a little, you were coming off of straight. Your rod was coming behind your head. You see what happens when your rod comes?
It's more like an arc rather
and it
than
opens
straight
up.
back. Yeah.
So you're coming straight forward, which is great, but you're arcing on the back. So remember to get that straight path. But you have to make that stop, because that's what's going to throw the line and then put the line down. So just back once. Nice. So we're not even going to let line out yet.
Okay.
I just want to see if you can get a nice straight.
I like that feel when you tugged on the line.
Oh yeah. All right, so try to hit me with it. Nice. So make that stop. Make the stop up higher. Oh yeah, look at that. Pretty close. Nice. This is going to be a good one. Oh yeah, perfect. I could see by your back cast that was going to be a good one.
Yep. Oh, I like that. That's not that hard once you slow it down and you relax. It's like,
just when you come back, stop, look, see what your line's doing. You want to wait for it to unroll just until it's about to turn completely over. That's when you start coming forward. So but don't come forward fast. Slowly come forward and then. But remember, stop here. There you go. Now you want to fight a fish?
yeah.
Look how much pressure you can put on this thing.
Yeah.
Now, put that rod butt down into the side. Now you pull. Look at that shit.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That definitely it has power, without a doubt.
So here, you hold on to the line, and then I'll show you how to even double the power. Yeah, that's good. Right there. Okay. So here I just hooked into you. Now watch how much power I could put into this shit.
Oh, yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot of. I don't know how many pounds that is, but that's a lot.
So I'm not coming out. I'm coming down.
And that's transferring the tension onto the bottom part of the
Putting
stick.
it right here.
Yeah. The thicker part
So
of the pole.
you don't ever want to grab a rod here.
High stick and forget
It'll
it.
blow.
Hence
so like
my,
even if you're fighting a fish and you're like, oh, I need a little extra power, don't touch here. Because all that rod needs to be transferred to here. You put that fulcrum over here.
Hence my lima glass.
Look.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So if you notice, I'll go, yeah, hold it again. So if you're running, start moving that way. I'll turn you to get you to go this way. So now start moving that way. So I'm going to keep that tension. I'm going to flip the rod the other way. Keep going. Once you hit that point, I'm going to start going that way to control you. But look at how much power.
Yep. Yeah, Yeah.
So you think you could beat a tarpon on this thing?
Now I do, yeah.
And this is an 8 weight.
Very cool. And it's called an 8 weight. What does the 8 stand for, you know? Or is it?
Yeah, so that is the amount of the line weight that it'll throw.
Okay.
So trout standard is like, for like freshwater standards 5 weight, and then you could tweak it down to less and less. Or if you're throwing bigger flies, you might go up to a 7 weight. You might do an 8 weight for poppers, but you really don't see anything more than that, except for pike fishing, you might see a 10 weight. Basically, it's how much, it's the thickness of the rod, basically, and the way the rod bends. So, saltwater, I find 8 weights the perfect starting point. I have 9 weights. I like 9 weights, but to me, a 9 weight and an 8 weight is pretty much the same. Like, I'm not going to be able to throw a big popper with a 9 weight or an 8 weight. 10 weight, you could throw a big popper.
Okay.
Something with mass, you'll want that little bit stiffer of a rod, a little bit more power. I don't match the rod to the fish per se for up here. I match the rod to the fly that I'm throwing.
Okay. Yeah, because you could see, I mean, this thing can handle anything big. I mean, it's...
50-pound striper, I'll take it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll take it.
What's the biggest you've caught on a fly rod with a striper?
40.
That had to be a blast.
Yeah, top water on a 10 weight.
And I'm sure took you right to the reel.
All the line out, so all the fly line, and look at how much line underneath it. So it took me all the way to the backing 3 times.
Wow.